Hello everyone, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, June 14th, 2025, we're going to analyze Litecoin, ticker symbol CUSD. We'll be looking at both the latest news and the technical chart data to give you a comprehensive understanding of what's happening. Let's jump right into the current events. The news is buzzing about a potential bullish reversal for Litecoin if it holds above the $73 support level. Some analysts even predict a rise to $136 if the support holds, which is great. However, others suggest bearish sentiment may deepen, and it's dropping 3.59% to about $89.26 and falling today, at least briefly hitting $88.24. Let's dive into the charts. We'll start with the daily chart to get the big picture. Looking at the daily chart, we can see some significant volatility over the past year. There was a substantial surge in late February and March of 2024, pushing the price above $100. However, this was followed by a correction, and the price has been consolidating since then. More recently, there's been downward pressure with Litecoin retesting lows near 70. Focusing on the more recent price action, from April to now, we see Litecoin struggling to maintain any upward momentum. We see a downtrend, failing to even retest the 90s. Now, let's narrow down to the 1-hour chart to examine the more recent price movements more closely. The 1-hour chart shows a clearer picture of the short-term bearish trend. Notice the lower highs and lower lows, indicating consistent selling pressure. We see resistance around $80 and a potential support level around $76. The news also mentioned a possible dip to $83.19 if bearish sentiment deepens, so that might be a near-term level to watch. Let's drill down to the 15-minute chart to see if we can find any more immediate trading opportunities. On the 15-minute chart, we see some choppy price action. There's a battle between bulls and bears, with no clear winner yet. The price is currently hovering around $77, which seems to be an immediate point of contention. If the price breaks below $77, we could see further downside. However, a break above $80 could signal a short-term bullish reversal, aligning with some of the more optimistic news reports. In the short term, look for price action around $77. A break below could signal further downside to maybe the low $70s, while holding above could give a small bounce. The daily chart gives a big picture of some consolidation. To recap, the key price levels to watch are $73 as a major support, $77 for a smaller term support, and $80 as resistance. If Litecoin can break above $80, a rally to $97 might be likely, matching what the articles suggest. However, given the prevailing bearish sentiment and consistent downtrend, a break below $73 would lead to more significant downside, down to $60 or even retesting previous yearly lows. The likelihood of hitting $136 is not very high at the moment, around 20%, and would depend on breaking many resistance levels. However, MWB or ETF approval would increase that chance significantly. Keep an eye on volume and news catalysts, such as updates on ETF approval, which could drive sudden price movements. Good luck and trade safely.